Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to a new video of Cambridge IELTS, and this is the video about the Cambridge IELTS reading list of headings. Most of the students find a great difficulty in solving this part of the IELTS reading test. In this video, I am going to tell you that how you can solve the IELTS reading list of headings in a very easy way. So let's start our today's video. Whenever you sit to solve the IELTS reading list of headings, you have to read the full list of headings very carefully. You have to mark the keywords in each and every headings in the list. And on the other hand, you have to imagine the synonyms of those marked or keywords in the list of headings. Because as you know, the headings are actually the gist of the lengthy paragraphs in the passage. And it is not easy to solve this part of the IELTS reading test without understanding the headings in the list. When you have marked the keywords and you have imagined the synonyms of those keywords of the headings, it will become very easy to locate the right sentences into the paragraphs. And this will happen only when you have understood the headings and their synonyms and also mark the keywords in the list of headings. And the second most important thing is that when you start reading the paragraphs into the passage, most of the time it happens that when you will read the first two lines of any paragraph, you will be able to find the synonyms which will be related to the any of the heading in the list. And in this way, you will be very easily locate the right paragraph for the right heading in the list. So you have to keep in mind that when you will start reading the paragraphs, you read the first two lines of any paragraph, and if you able to find the right heading for that paragraph, then that's okay. And if you don't find the right heading for that paragraph, you have to read the last two or three lines of that paragraph. Hopefully that you will be able to match that paragraph with the appropriate heading. And if this doesn't happen, then you have to read the center lines of that paragraph. And this will happen only when you have the ability of skimming and scanning. Because in IELTS reading test, the allotted time is only 1 hour, and it is not possible for any candidate to solve the test by reading each and every word into the reading passages. So you have to develop an ability of skimming and scanning while doing the IELTS reading test. And most importantly, you have to get a full grip on the vocabulary, because without the vocabulary and knowing the meaning of the words, it will become impossible for anyone to solve the IELTS reading list of heading test. So let's start our today's test. Let's start. And our today's reading passage is European Transport Systems 1990 to 2010. What have been the trends and what are the prospects for European transport systems? So this is the reading passage about the transport system which is in Europe from 1990 and 2010. So in this reading passage we have sections, A section, B section, C section, D section, and E, F, G, H, and I section. So it means there are about 9 sections in this reading passage, and today's video is about the list of headings. On the other page we have the headings. So as you can see that paragraph F is already matched with heading number 7, so we can cross the heading number 7 from the list. And now we try to understand all the headings in the list. A fresh and important long-term goal. Fresh means a new. An important long-term goal. Long-term goal means a target which is set for the future to achieve. So it means that in the reading section, we will be read about a target which is set for the future. Means right now, if it is 2023, then the target will be for the 2040, something like that. So it's a target for future, like 2040 or something like that. Heading number 2, charging for roads. यानी charging means pricing, taking the tax for roads, सड़कों के इस्तेमाल के लिए. And improving other transport methods. Improving means बेहतर बनाना other transport method, दूसरे transport के ज़राए को. So methods means modes. Modes is used for the word methods, यानी कि ज़राए. Improving means better banana. It means to improve the efficiency or to improve the quality of other transport modes. Heading number 3, change affecting the distances goods may be transported. Change means तब्दीलियाँ, affecting मुतासर करती हैं, the distances फासलों को, goods may be transported, जिन फासलों से चीज़ों को ट्रांसपोर्ट किया जाता है या एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाया जाता है. So the word distances refers to the words miles or kilometers. So whenever the word distance you see in the headings, so it's your choice that in the reading section there will be the miles or kilometers. Heading number 4, taking all the steps necessary to change transport patterns. टेकिंग ऑल द स्टेप्स नेसेसरी यानी वो तमाम ज़रूरी इकदाम करना जो ज़रूरी हों, किस लिए? टू चेंज ट्रांसपोर्ट पैटर्न्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट के तरीकों को बदलाने के लिए. सो पैटर्न्स मीन्स आल्सो द मोड्स. Number 5, the environmental cost of road transport. Environmental cost यानी मौलियाती जो कीमत अदा करनी पड़ी है किसकी वजह से? आप रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट, सड़क पर चलने वाली गाड़ियों की वजह से. It means that in a section for the environmental cost we will find the word pollution. CO2 means carbon dioxide. If we find pollution, CO2 in any section, it means that these two words refer to the environmental cost. Heading number 6, the escalating cost of railway transport. Escalating means increasing, cost means खर्चा. Railway transport रेल की वजह से, यानी रेल पर आने वाला बढ़ता हुआ खर्चा. So if in any section we read about the rail or railway system and about the increasing price or cost, then that section will match with the heading number 6. Heading number 8, the rapid growth of private transport. Rapid means quickly, very fast. Growth means increase. Private transport means cars. The word private transport refers to the word cars. Heading number 9, plans to develop major road networks. Plans means मंसूबे to develop बनाने के major road networks, आम road networks को. Heading number 10, restricting road use through charging policies alone. Restricting road use के सड़क के इस्तेमाल पर को महदूद कर देना थ्रू चार्जिंग पॉलिसीज, टैक्स की पॉलिसी के ज़रिए, अलोन तनहा या अकेले. यानी सिर्फ किसी एक किस्म की ट्रांसपोर्ट पर अगर हम चार्जिंग पॉलिसीज लगाएं तो फिर उन चार्जिंग पॉलिसी की वजह से सड़क के इस्तेमाल पर उस ट्रांसपोर्ट को क्या किया जाएगा? महदूद हो जाएगा, सड़क का इस्तेमाल उसके लिए महदूद हो जाएगा. और हेडिंग नंबर 11, ट्रांसपोर्ट ट्रेंड्स इन कंट्रीज अवेटिंग EU एडमिशन। ट्रांसपोर्ट ट्रेंड्स यानी कि ट्रांसपोर्ट के रुझानात इन कंट्रीज और ममालिक में अवेटिंग, जो कि अभी इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं EU एडमिशन, यूरोपीय यूनियन में दाखिल होने का। सो इट मीन्स दैट एक सेक्शन होगा जिसमें उन ममालिक के बारे में लिखा हुआ होगा जिन्होंने अभी यूरोपीय यूनियन में एंट्री की एप्लीकेशन दी हुई है, अभी वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं की गई, और वहाँ पर ट्रांसपोर्ट के ट्रेंड्स क्या हैं। सो लेट्स ट्राई टू मैच द हेडिंग्स with the appropriate sections. Section A. It is difficult to conceive a vigorous economic growth without an efficient transport system. यानी कि एक मौसर ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम के बगैर कोई भी मुल्क जो है ना वो अच्छी या बेहतर माशी तरक्की के बारे में सोच भी नहीं सकता, या उसके लिए सोचना मुश्किल है। Although modern information technologies can reduce the demand for physical transport, अगर जो जदीद इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी है इसने जो फिज़िकल ट्रांसपोर्ट है उसकी ज़रूरत को कम कर दिया है या वो कम कर सकती है by facilitating telenetworking and teleservices. The requirement for the transport continues to increase. लेकिन इसके बावजूद जो ट्रांसपोर्ट की ज़रूरत है ना उसमें मुसलसल क्या हो रहा है, इजाफा हो रहा है। So this is the key line. There are two key factors behind this trend. इस रुझान के पीछे दो अहम अवामल हैं। For passenger transport, the trending factor is spectacular growth in car use. Spectacular growth means rapid. Growth means izafa. Car use means private transport. So we can see that this section matches with the heading number 8, the rapid growth of private transport. Private transport यानी कारों की इजाफे में का बहुत तेजी से इजाफा. So private transport word refers to the word car. Growth is already written here, and we can see that the growth word is also here. And rapid means spectacular, यानी कि कारों की जो इजाफा की ज़रूरत में जो इजाफा है उसमें मसलसल क्या हो रहा है, इजाफा हो रहा है. तो it means section A matches with the heading number 7. So we can write 7 in front of section A, and we can cross the we can match the heading number 8 with section A and question number 14, and we can cross the heading number 8 from the list. Next, as far as goods transport is concerned, growth is due to large extent to change in the European economy and its system of production. In the last 20 years, and as internal frontiers have been abolished, पिछले 20 सालों के दौरान जो अंदरूनी सरहदें थी उनको ख़त्म कर दिया गया. The EU has moved from a stock economy to a flow economy. EU तो बंद इकोनॉमी से निकलकर एक फलती फूलती इकोनॉमी में शामिल हो गया है. The phenomena has been emphasized by the relocation of some industries. Relocation यानी कुछ संतों को उनकी जगह को क्या कर दिया गया, तब्दील कर दिया गया. Particularly those which are labor intensive, खास तौर पर वो संते जिनमें मजदूरों की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है. To reduce production cost, ताकि पैदावार पर आने वाले खर्चे को कम कर दिया जाए. Even though the production site is hundred or even thousands of kilometers, so hundred thousands of kilometers refers to the distance away from the final assembly plant or away from users. कहता है कि अगर जनाब जो प्रोडक्शन साइट्स हैं वो फाइनल असेंबली प्लांट या यूज़र्स यानी कि जो कंज्यूमर्स हैं उनसे हज़ारों या सैकड़ों किलोमीटर दूर ही क्यों ना हो. तो इट मीन्स दैट दिस सेक्शन रेफर्स टू द हेडिंग number 3, change affecting the distances goods may be transported. So we can cross the heading number 3 and we can write the Roman 3 in front of question number 15. Next paragraph is section C. The strong economic growth expected in countries, what countries is given, which are candidates जो कि उम्मीदवार हैं for entry दाखिले के to EU में, यानी कि वो ममालक जो कि यूरोपीय यूनियन में अभी दाखिले के उम्मीदवार हैं उनमें माशी तरक्की की बहुत उम्मीद की जाती है। विल आल्सो इंक्रीज ट्रांसपोर्ट फ्लोज, और उसमें ट्रांसपोर्ट में बहुत ज़्यादा क्या हो जाएगा, इजाफा हो जाएगा। सो दिस सेक्शन refers to the heading number 9, transport trends in countries awaiting EU admission. So we can cross the heading number 11 from the list, and we can write Roman 11 in front of section C. And section D, however, a new imperative, sustainable development, offers an opportunity for adopting EU's common transport policy. This objective, agreed by the Gothenburg European Council, has to be achieved by integrating environmental considerations into community policies, and shifting the balance between modes of transport lies at the heart of its strategy. The ambitious objective can only be fully achieved by 2020. So it is the year 2020, यानी कि ये जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ज़रूरी जो मकसद है उसको 2020 तक हासिल किया जा सकता है। बट प्रपोज मेजर्स, लेकिन तजवीज़ करदा इक़दामात और नॉन द लेस एट फर्स्ट एसेंशियल स्टेप टूवर्ड्स अ सस्टेनेबल ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम which will ideally be placed in 30 years time, that is by 2040. So this 2040 refers to the future, so it's a long term goal. So we can say that section D matches with the heading number 1, a fresh and important long-term goal. Long-term goal means 2040. So we can cross the heading number 1, and we can write Roman 1 in front of question number 17. Our next section is section E. In 1998, energy consumption in transport. So this is the main line. Sector was to blame for 28% of emission of CO2. So CO2 is a gas, carbon dioxide, which pollutes the environment. So it means that the road transport plays a very important role in the emission of CO2 or gases or pollution. So the leading greenhouse gas, according to the latest estimates, if nothing is done to reverse the growth in trend, CO2 emissions from transport can be expected to increase by around 50%. So we can say that the E section refers to the environmental cost, and this environmental cost is due to the CO2 emission. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के अखराज की वजह से जो है वो मौलियाती जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान हुआ है. So it means that this section refers to the heading number 5, the environmental cost of road transport. So we can cross the environmental cost of road transport from the list of headings, and we can write Roman 5 in front of section E. F is already matched, and G section. The first approach would consist of focusing on road transport solely. यानी पहला तरीकाकार यह है कि हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट पर ही फोकस करना है, बाकी हमने जो ट्रांसपोर्ट्स हैं उनको छोड़ देना है और सिर्फ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट पर हमने फोकस करना है थ्रू प्राइसिंग. इट मीन्स चार्जिंग के ज़रिए, टैक्स के निज़ाम के ज़रिए हमने सिर्फ और सिर्फ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट पर ही फोकस करना है. सो इट मीन्स दैट दिस section refers to a heading, and that is the heading number 10, restricting road use through charging policies alone. Alone means solely. So we can cross the heading number 10 from the list, and we can write Roman 10 in front of question number 19. Next is the H. The second approach also concentrate on road transport pricing. यानी कि दूसरा तरीकाकार है उसमें जो रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट पर जो प्राइसिंग है या टैक्स लेने का निज़ाम उस पर भी तवज्जो दी गई है, बट इज़ अकम्पनीड, लेकिन इसके साथ साथ बाई मेजर्स ऐसे इकदाम किए गए हैं टू इंक्रीज द एफिशिएंसी, जिसे जनाब बेहतरी में इजाफा हो ऑफ अदर मोड्स मीन अदर ट्रांसपोर्ट, यानी कि दूसरा जो तरीकाकार है उसमें हमने रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट से टैक्स तो लेने पर तवज्जो दी है, लेकिन इसके साथ साथ हमने ऐसे इकदाम भी किए हैं जिससे दूसरी किस्म की जो ट्रांसपोर्ट है ना उसकी जो एफिशिएंसी है उसमें भी क्या आए, बेहतरी आए या वो ज़्यादा मौसर हो. सो एफिशिएंसी मीन्स इम्प्रूविंग. So we can say that section H matched with the heading number 2, charging for roads and improving other transport methods. Methods means modes, which is other modes, refers to the other transport methods. And charging for roads refers to the concentrates on road transport pricing. So we can say that section H matched with the heading number 2, and we can cross heading number 2 from the list, and we can write Roman 2 in front of question number 20. Last paragraph, I section. The third approach, which is not new, तीसरा तरीकाकार जो है नया नहीं है, comprises a series of measures. इसमें बेशुमार इकदामात हैं, ranging from pricing to revitalizing alternative methods of transport and targeting investment in the trans-European network. So it means that the alternative modes of transport and targeting investment in the trans-European network. So these lines refers to the heading number 4, taking all steps necessary to change transport patterns. So by steps, which is written here, steps, it's a plural word, and in the section I we can see the measures. Measures means steps. Ranging from pricing जिनका तल्लक टैक्स लेने से हो, टू रीवाइटलाइजिंग अल्टरनेटिव मोड्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट, और इससे जनाब जो मुतबादल जो ट्रांसपोर्ट के जो ज़राए हैं उनमें क्या होगा, रीवाइटलाइज हो जाएंगे, उनमें जनाब क्या हो जाएगी, तब्दीली आ जाएगी. सो revitalize means change. So we can say that the last section I match with the heading number 4, taking all steps necessary to change transport patterns. So we can write Roman 4 in front of question number 21.